Okay, hi everybody. This is section 5.5 survey problems. Um, let's get started. Using Venn diagrams. Once again, this is Venn diagrams. U stands for universal set. That means everything is contained that we have in this little rectangular box here. That's the universal set. So it says in a recent survey, respondents were asked if they like Star Trek or Star Wars. Do you see Star Trek are this circle, and Star Wars is this circle? Can somebody tell me, anybody here tell me, what does 256 represent? Can anybody tell me what the 256 represents?
Is it this combination?
Yeah, it's the people who like both Star Wars and Star Trek. Do you see 256 people like Star Trek and Star Wars? These 148 only like Star Wars. Yeah, and these 182 only like Star Trek. But these 256, they're in both circles. So they like both of them. So it says, question one says, how many people like Star Wars? Star Wars is 256 and 148. So 256 plus 148. That's how many people like Star Wars. When you add those up, everything in the Star Wars circle, those are the amount of people that like it. 256 plus 148 equals 404. So 404 people like Star Wars. How many people like Star Trek? Okay. The 182 like Star Trek and the 256. Once again, the 256 like both. So 182 plus 256 equals 182 plus 256 equals 438. Don't forget, all the notes you take during the lessons or lectures or the videos that you watch, or if you're using your workbook, if you printed that out and using that, all this can be used on the test. The only test it can't be used on is the final. So I would definitely make sure you're taking notes, especially when you watch those videos. How many people liked them both? So we already talked about that. These people right here like both Star Trek and Star Wars. 256. How many people like Star Trek or Star Wars? So if you look, Star Trek or Star Wars, or means we're adding them together. It's a union. It's like a marriage. So all the people that like Star Trek or Star Wars, well, these people like Star Trek. These people like Star Trek and Star Wars. These people like Star Wars. These are all the people that like Star Trek or Star Wars. So you just add them all up. 182 plus 256 plus 148. 182 plus 56, 586. Before I go on to the next question, can somebody tell me what these 114 people represent?
The people who didn't pick one.
Yeah, the people who don't like Star Trek or Star Wars. The circles are the people who like them. If you're not in that circle, that means you don't like them. So there's still 114 people that don't like space movies, that don't like Star Trek or Star Wars. All right, let's keep going. How many people like Star Wars but not Star Trek? So do you see these people like Star Wars? These people like Star Wars and Star Trek, so we can't count them. Only the people who like Star Wars, but they don't like Star Trek. That's 148. 148. So 148 like Star Wars, but they didn't like Star Trek. And F, how many people like Star Trek but not Star Wars? That's these people here. They like Star Trek, but they're not in the Star Wars circle. So it's just 182. F is 182. Oh, there's more. I got to keep on going up and down and up and down. How many people liked Star Trek and Star Wars? What did I say? 182, but not Star Wars. How many people didn't like either one of them? And we mentioned that already. 114 did not like either one. 114 people did not like either. People like neither Star Wars nor Star Trek. Okay. And then finally, how many people were surveyed altogether? To find the number of people surveyed altogether, you just add all the numbers in the universal set. So the number of people that were surveyed altogether is 182 plus 256 plus 148 plus 114. All the numbers inside of the universal set, it'll tell you how many people were surveyed all together. And 700, I get 700 people. Okay, so you get a lot of information off of these Venn diagrams. That didn't seem too bad. It takes just a little bit of practice. Next question. Here, they don't give us the Venn diagrams. So we have to draw the Venn diagrams. What? So let's take a look. We know there are 400 people surveyed. So there's 400 people total. 250 take math, 200 take English, and 75 take both. So there we have math and English. So we have to draw two circles. There's my math circle. And since it said 75 like both, I know my English circle has to have some people in math and English. So we always write down usually the both first. Do you see 75 people liked both math and English? So we got taken care of that 75. Now it says, by the way, here's our universal set. It's always in a big rectangle. There's my universal set. It says 250 people are taking math. What number do I put right here?
250.
You would think so. A lot of people make that mistake. That I'm glad you said that, because I want people to make an error here, because that's not true. It has to be 250 in math. There's 75 already. Do you see? So it's 250 minus 75.
175.
There you go, 175. Now there's 250 in the math category. That's why I said the first thing you want to do is always write down the boths. You know, you want to put that in the diagram first. What's in, multiple circles. Then it says 200 are in English. So what number do I put in the English spot here?
125.
125, because it's 200 minus the 75 is 125. Do you see now I have 200 in the English and I have 250 in the math. So let's add these three up. 175 plus 125 plus 75. When I put this into my calculator, I get 375. Except they said there were 400 people at St. Philip's College surveyed. We only have 375. Where's the missing 25 people?
They're outside in the union.
Yes, they're not taking math or English. These 25 people don't have a math class and don't have an English class. There's 25 people that are outside. Remember, it said 400 people surveyed. So when you add up all the numbers inside, there should be 400. And now there are. So we do have 400 people now. And now if they ask me any questions, I should be able to answer them. Okay, let's see if they are going to ask me questions. Oh, it says find the number of students taking neither math nor English. And that answer is 25. Those people are neither taking math or English. They're not taking math and they're not taking English. So the answer to example 2 equals 25. 25 people total. Okay. All right, next question. Let's try to do the Venn diagram. Once again, I'm going to start off with the universal set. Broadcast PBS surveyed 700 people total. Ask them which TV station you watched. PBS found 125 like PBS, 563 like cable, and 97 liked both. So we have PBS and wait, how many people liked what? And 97 did not watch. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out which two circles. I need to do two circles. About which TV station they PBS found that 125 watched PBS. So we have a. Let me draw it a little bit bigger. Sometimes it takes a little while to read these things. There's my PBS. 563 like to watch the cable station. So, and then it said 97 like to watch any TV station, which I guess is both cable, PBS and cable. PBS found that 125 like PBS, 563 liked watching cable, and 97 did not like to watch any TV station. Okay, 97 did not like to watch. This is PBS, this is cable. So 97 is on the outside. The question that we're asking is how many people like to watch both? So we're trying to find this answer right here. How many people like to watch both? So this is a tough one. I'm going to write them in a different color first. We have 563 that watch PBS. But we don't, some of these PBS people watch both, but we don't know who. Wait, 563 like cable, sorry. 563 like cable. And only 125 like PBS. But some of them like both. We just don't know. That's what we're trying to find out. Let's add up all three of these. These are the numbers that we have. Let's add them all up. 125 plus 563 plus 97. So when I add up 125 plus 563 plus 97, I get 785 people. But it says only 700. people were surveyed. So you can't have more. What does that mean? When we add them all up, we get 785. What does that mean?
It means you doubled the amount of people that did not watch it.
Right. Well, no, we doubled we doubled both. Do you see these people watch PBS and they watch cable? We counted that number twice. So, can anybody tell me right now, what do they think this number is?
85.
Yes, because we're 85 over the 700 that were surveyed. So 85 was counted twice. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Let me circle this. 85 goes in here. Now, once again, 125 like PBS. Back at the top, it says 125 like PBS. If I have 85 here, 125 minus 85 is 40. So I'm changing this PBS number to 40 because now I have 40 and 85 and PBS equals 125. That's why I put them in red at first. Same way with 563 like cable total. But if 83 like both, 563 minus 85 equals 478. Now, 478 plus 85 added together is 563, and we have that. If I add up all four of these, I get 700. Well, what happened is when we did the math the way we did it, we got 785, and 85 obviously was counted twice because there's an extra 85. This should only be 700. So instead of counting 85 twice, we had to subtract some people from the PBS and the cable that we had there already. So this is what it looks like. How many people like watching both? The answer was 85. That actually is a hard problem. That's probably the hardest that you would have. Okay, so, whoo, this is a big one. If you look, we're talking about Burger King, Wendy's, and McDonald's. So we're going to have to do 3 circles. We have the universal set. And when we do 3 circles, 1, 2, 3, we write it down like this. So I'm calling this one Burger King, I'm calling this one Wendy's, and I'm calling this one McDonald's. Now, once again, the way that you start this is always with what's both or all of them together. And here it is. This is all 3. So I'm going to the 315 like all 3. If you look, I'm putting a 315 right there in the center. It's in the Burger King circle, it's in the Wendy's circle, and it's in the McDonald's circle. So 315, like all both. I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger. If Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's, 315, like all of them. Okay, so we did that one. Now, 500 like Wendy's and McDonald's. So here's Wendy's, here's McDonald's. We should have 500 in this circle right here. That's the Wendy's and McDonald's circle. So I have to put a number here. Can somebody tell me what number I have to put right in here? What number do I put there?
500.
Well, do you see the whole red circle here? That's Wendy's and McDonald's has to add up to 500. We already have 315 in that circle.
Oh yeah, you subtract it.
Yeah, from 500 and you get 185. Do you see now when I'm looking at Wendy's and McDonald's, the red circle that I have here, it adds up to 500, 315 and 185. We started at 315 like both. Now 500 like Wendy's and McDonald's. We had 315 already in there. So we had 500 minus 315 is 185. Okay, so let me erase the red part. Okay, so next, Burger King and McDonald's. Burger King and McDonald's. That's the red part again, though, that I'm going to do. This is Burger King and McDonald's. It has to add up to 359. But there's 315 already in there. So 359 minus 15, I believe, is 44. So we're putting 44 in this area. That's 44. I really need to learn how to draw these circles bigger. What is it, Burger King? Okay, so 44 go here. 315. And then finally 421. I'm gonna change it to green. Is Burger King and Wendy's. We're doing this one now. 421 Burger King and Wendy's. If you look at this circle, this is the Burger King and Wendy's circle. And it has to say 421. We have 315 in there already. 421 minus 315, and you get 106. So in here we get 106. Okay, so we got all those figured out. Now we just have to do Burger King, Wendy's, and McDonald's alone. In Burger King, there's 540. I already have 3 numbers in there in Burger King, except I can't read them. I don't know what I wrote down anymore. I'm sorry. Anybody know what that number is? It's Burger King and Wendy's. Burger King and Wendy's is 421. Oh, so that's 106. Okay, that's a 106. So if I add the 106, so this is going to equal, Burger King's going to equal 106 plus 315. Wait, what else? Oh, Burger King also equals the 44. This is blue. We're doing all of Burger King now. 106, 315 plus 44. And it has to add up to 540. So if I take 540 and I subtract 106, 540 minus 106 minus 315 minus 44, I end up with 75. Do you see there are 75 more in Burger King? Now when I add up all of Burger King, it will add up to 540. So the same goes for Wendy's. In Wendy's, I have 106. I have 315. I have 185. And in Wendy's, it has to add up to 659. So 659 minus 106 minus 315 minus 85. Boy, that's not right. I did something wrong. Oh, minus 85 minus 85. I think I got 153. I hope somebody's checking my work. So now when you add up all of Wendy's, it should add up to 659. Like finally, McDonald's. No. McDonald's. There's a 44 in there. There's a 315. And then there's a 180. I don't know what that number is. Is it 185?
Yeah, it's 185.
Okay, thanks. 185. So, and in McDonald's altogether, it has to be 641. 641, and then I'm going to subtract all of this. So 641 minus 44 minus 315 minus 185. And there are 97 more here. Okay. I don't think we're done yet. It said 900 people were surveyed. We have to find out how many didn't like any hamburger place. There's got to be some people. So let's add up all the stuff inside, all the numbers inside. 75 plus 44 plus 315 plus 106 plus 153 plus, was it 185 plus 97? I think I got them all. That didn't sound right. It's adding up to more than 900. Let me try this again. 75 plus 44 plus 315 plus 106 plus 153 plus 185 plus 97. I'm still getting too much. We did something wrong, or I did something wrong. I think I might have to write this bigger. Let's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to erase it, and we're going to start from scratch. It says there's 900 people surveyed, so obviously somewhere I counted something twice, or I got so messy. So I'm going to try to do it again. A little bit big. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to just do the circles here. Really big circles. One circle. Two circles. Three circles. This was Burger King, Wendy's, and McDonald's. The people that liked all three were 315. People that liked McDonald's and Wendy's McDonald's and Wendy's is right here. McDonald's and Wendy's with the 315 has to be 500. 500 minus 315, we already said that was 185. Let's do Burger King and McDonald's. 359 minus 315 was 44. Burger King and Wendy's, 421. 421 minus 15. I don't know if that was the error. 421 minus 315 is 106. These all look correct so far. And then how many people like Burger King? 540. 540 minus 106 minus 315 minus 4475. Obviously, I think all right, next. That was Burger King, Wendy's. Or that was just Burger King. And now we're going to do just Wendy's, 659. 659 minus 106 minus 315 minus 185. 53. I don't think we had 53 there before. 659 minus 106 minus 315 minus 185. Okay. And then finally, McDonald's, 641 minus 44 minus 315 minus 185. That's 97. All right, now let's add all of these up. 75 plus 106 plus 53 plus 44 plus 315 plus 185 plus 97. And there we go. So they all add up. We counted something twice before to 875. All of those add up to 875 in my universal set. There should be 900 in the universal set. We have 875 in the circles, and then we have 25 that are not. These people don't like burgers. Don't like these Burger King, McDonald's, or Wendy's. They don't like any of those. So I'm not sure which one we got wrong last time. It looked like the 53 might have been an error. But if you do this, it's the same process we just did, except I must have typed something in wrong for one of the numbers. But now when we add them all up, it's 875. There should be 900. So 25 don't like any of them. All right, let's see. There's going to be questions now, I'm sure. Let's scroll down, see what the questions look like. How many people like only Wendy's? Like only Wendy's. So the answer to only Wendy's, anybody know? Once you do this, how many people just like Wendy's?
53.
Yes, just these 53. These people like Wendy's and Burger King. These people like all three. These people like Wendy's and McDonald's. Only 53 just like Wendy's. And how many like only Burger King? Burger King, the next answer. This is answer to number 2. That's just Burger King. 75. Or B, and how many like none of the restaurants? None of the restaurants, right there. 25 didn't like none, don't like any of the restaurants that we picked. And how many people just like 2 of the 3 restaurants? So we have to find all the people that like only 2 restaurants. So I'm going to do that in red, or let me do it in a different color. I'm going to do it in pink. Do you see these people like 2 restaurants? They like Burger King and Wendy's. These people like 3 restaurants. They liked all of them, so we're not counting those. These people like 2. These people like Burger King and McDonald's, and these people like 2. They like Wendy's and McDonald's. So the 3 that I circle or are boxed are the only ones that liked only 2 restaurants. So 106 plus 44 plus 185. 106 plus 44 plus 185. And that adds up to 335. So 335 people like 2 different restaurants. Didn't say which two, just as long as they like two restaurants. All right, so we're gonna try this again. In a survey, rancher asked how many types of animals do you prefer? We have cows, we have sheep, and we have hogs. So we're gonna have 3 circles. We're gonna try to make these 3 circles as big as possible. If I can do it, there should be some kind of Venn diagram I can just put up here. 1, 2, 3. So when I'm filling this out, the first thing I want to know is all 3, because that's always the one with the most. Do you see 75 liked all 3? And let me label them: cows, sheep, and hogs. Cows, sheep, and hogs. By the way, 25 like none of them. I'm going to put 25 out here. 25 like none of them. They're part of the universal set. But they're not in any cow, sheep, or hog circle. Next, 108 like sheep and cows. Here's sheep and cows. Sheep and cows. 108. Well, we already have 75. See, this is sheep and cows. We already have 75 in there. We need 108. 25 makes it 100, and another 8 is 33. So 33 and 175 add up to 108. Do you see? That's sheep and cows. Okay, so next we're going to go do sheep and hogs, 121. Here's hogs, here's sheep. And so this has to add up. These two have to add up to 121. 121 minus 75 equals 46. So we have 46 in here. If you look at both of these, 75 and 146, they add up to 121. And finally, 111 like hogs and cows. Here's cows, here's hogs. 111, 25 and 11 is 36. Do you see? 111 minus 75 is 111 minus 75 is 36. So these two, cows and hogs, add up to 111. So the only thing we need to do now is find out the total amount in both. Let's look at sheep. Sheep, there should be 220. So I'm going to subtract everything else that's in there: 33, 75, and 46. So I have 220, subtract 33, subtract 75, subtract 46, and we still have to put 66 in the sheep category. Now, when you add up all the sheep, it adds up to 220. Cows are 200. Subtract everything that's in there: minus 33, minus 75, and minus 36. These 3 things are in the cow circle already. So 200 minus 33 minus 75 and minus 36. And there are 56 here. Once you add up all the cows, it adds up to 200. And finally, hogs is 238. Subtracting everything that's in the hogs: minus 36, minus 75, and minus 46. 238 minus 36 minus 75 minus 46. And there are 81 left over in hogs. Now, when I add up hogs, it adds up to 238. So we filled out the entire circle. Erase a lot of this other stuff I don't need. That 25 is in there. That's how many people don't like any of it. Okay, so let's answer some of the questions. How many like sheep only? Only sheep. Anybody tell me how many sheep only they liked?
66.
Yeah, 66 is only the sheep. These are sheep and cows. These are all three. These are sheep and hogs. Only 66. So for part A, it's 66. B, how many people like sheep and hogs only? Sheep and hogs only is 46. These people like sheep and hogs only. These people like sheep, hogs, and cows. Only 46 like sheep and hogs. And moving on, how many liked at least two of the animals? So once again, that's just like the other problem. Two of the animals. Let me show you. I'm going to do it in red. This is two of the animals, cows and sheep. This is two of the animals, sheep and hogs. This is two of the animals, cows and hogs. So the ones that are two animals, 33 plus 66 plus this one is 36. So when we add up all of those, 33 plus 66 plus 36, 135 is the answer for that. How many people liked only two of the animals? Didn't say which ones. 135. All right, that is the section. We are done with that. You really have to practice writing those down and doing it yourself.